Do you like to leave your house? Okay, but do you sometimes have to leave your house? And when you do you like to take lots of things with you? Do you hate carrying awkward, bulky handbags that slip off your shoulders and get in the way? And sometimes, do you hate when you have to take your bag, you pay for something, and then leave it on the counter? Are your teeny tiny lady pockets just not cutting it anymore? Then have I got a thing for you. You need a holster bag. Do you have a holster bag? Would you like to make a holster bag? Well, then get to it. Hey there, welcome to Mama C Makes. I'm Casey, serial multi-crafter and maker of things. Today we're going to have a go at making some holster bags, saddlebags, portable pockets. I'm not really sure of the technical term, but yeah. Either way, we're going to have a go at making some. And not just one, we're going to make 3. Because I'm just that crazy. When I go out, I hate taking a big handbag. It's a pain in the bum. I like to be as hands-free as possible, just for whenever those, spontaneous jazz hands or finger guns come up. We need our hands. Also, I happen to live in one of the top 10 most dangerous cities in the world, so taking a big fancy handbag out isn't always ideal. So lately, when I go out, I've been carting around this ugly, manky, dirty tote bag. And I'm over it. I just don't want to anymore. Hands-free, that's my plan. Now, when I go out, I like to take a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much crap I take with me until I actually pulled it all out of my bag to have a look. So, when I leave the house, right. So when I do actually leave the house, I like to take all this crap with me. So I like to take phone, got to have our device, can't leave the house without it. Wallet, got to have the moolah. Sunglasses, because I also live in a very sunny place and you're pretty much blinded as soon as you walk out the door. Keys. Now, this is where I laugh, right? Modern times that we live in, right? These are what I call my keys. But if you look, there's not even a key on them. I've got buttons. All buttons to get into my house, my car. That's what I have. So I just don't like calling them buttons because it sounds stupid. Right, deodorant. I live in a hot town. You can't leave house without it. Strapping tape, because we just never know when we might need to strap up. Snacks. Got to have our snacks. Bit of chapstick, lipstick, because, the sun. Medication. I suffer from chronic pain, so I prefer not to leave the house without some painkillers. And a little wildlife book here, because where I live, pretty much everything is trying to kill you. So it's always good to know what you're dealing with when you're out and about. So I'm going to go and have a dig through my pile of scrap fabrics, and I also have a bucket of clothes to donate that I like to never actually get round to donating. But the plan is always there, but I'm going to have a dig through that because I'm sure there's something in there I can cut up for fabric. And yeah, I'm going to go and have a dig and then we'll get sewing. Right, so I had a quick dig and I have come up with a pair of old jeans and this, which is beautiful fabric, but the most hideous dress. Like, it's got straps and a collar and sits weird, but I mean, doesn't everybody want to feel like a walking picnic blanket when they go out? I know I do. And being that I am going to be carrying snacks, I'm going to use a bit of this. So the first one we're going to attempt is the classic holster 2 hanging pockets on a strap. I'm guessing I'm going to add some pictures just so that you get some kind of idea. I'm going to try and add pictures. There's actually no guarantee I'll be able to do it, but the plan is to do it. So I'm going to start by maybe, I don't want to do square because square's a bit boring, but I have seen some. I'll again try and find a picture, and it's like a banana shaped pocket. I have seen a lot where the pockets are like under the armpits, and I want to be able to access them without having to look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I'm going to go for a little bit lower, sort of natural waist, high hip, although my natural waist is under my boobs anyway, so maybe it'll still end up on my armpits, but at that height. I've got some strapping somewhere that I can use for the back, and basically I'm going to cut out the pockets and make them first, and we'll see what happens. How hard can it be? Famous last words. kind of. And I'm thinking that they want to sit like here and here. Maybe I'll put some pins in so I get an idea. Now I've started sort of fraying on this one to make it look nicer because it looks messy at the moment, and I don't mind if it looks intentionally messy, but if it doesn't come right, I'll have to do something. But at the moment we're just going with it and hoping for the best. So I'm guessing we'll make the straps adjustable, and I'll put like another D-ring, adjustable ring, whatever we call them. But at the moment we're going to call it a pin. And I think the plan is that it goes and reaches the other side. So we're going to cross her back and come to this one, which has got to sit about there. So I'm going to cut it longer than I need it, because otherwise you know I'm going to need it longer, the same length. If I sound a bit like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because generally I don't. I am guessing 98% of the time and hoping for the best. Wish me luck. Undo that, and I'm going to put that one through here. That's how we want it. And then I think I cut my strap way too long, but that's okay. I'll make it work. Alrighty, now for a little test. Oh, I got her boob pins. That would be awkward, wouldn't it? I mean, it feels a bit funny, but let's try this. Yeah, I think it's going to work. I just need to sew the straps on. Add some little adjustable bits so that I can allow for higher or lower. I can't see the back. You guys have a look and tell me if it kind of looks like it's meant to look. Feels comfortable. So I'm going to sew the straps, tidy this bad boy up, finish the fraying, and then I'll get on to the next one. Okay, another day, another bag. Same outfit. We'll won't worry about that. Right, so now we're going to make the one-sided holster bag. I'll try and put a picture up again. I haven't worked out how to do that yet, but by the time this video comes out, hopefully I would have mastered it. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I've got this skirt. It was a wrap skirt that I brought at a thrift shop. I like the colours, I like the fabric. It just didn't sit right on me. I pulled it apart. Well, I started pulling it apart with the intention of fixing it, and it sat in my pile for months, so now it gets to be a bag. I'm going to try and do this pattern. I'm going to use this singlet tank top that I've got as kind of like a template, and I'm going to get my trusty roll of paper out, which I need to probably get another one off, but that's okay. And I'm going to kind of draw on the singlet and see how we go. Well, not on my singlet, because I really like this top, but I'm going to draw around it. Let's have a go. So now I know that I like the length of this top, and I think that would be a good sort of, I only need half of it, don't I? So what I'm going to do is kind of loosely trace around. Just going to mark my sort of center point. So I've got half a top and a rope handle. Okay, so we're not going to want it to come up this high. In fact, we want it to come in off my shoulders a little bit, because I am round shouldered and everything slips off. I want it square or do I want it round? I did the last one round. Next one's square. Okay, we'll go half round, half square. Do a small round. Right, and then we're not going to want it to fit too much under the arm. I'm going to come out a bit because I don't want it to be stuck to me. I want a bit of wiggle room, especially if I've got those pockets full. Alright, and then the second half, do I want the other half of the singlet? Maybe. I'm just going to draw the armhole and stuff so I've got that in place, roughly. So we can come in same amount. Now, I don't know if you'll notice this, but I am an eyeballer. I very rarely measure things. I'm a little lazy. Sometimes I do, but if I can gauge it by eye, that's what I do. This leads to me having to do a lot more fix-ups and redos, but I have yet to learn my lessons, so we're just going to keep doing it this way. Alrighty. Now, from the pictures I've looked at, there actually is bugger all at the back. Just the top of the strap, which is, oh yeah, about there. And then it's sort of, I'm pleased it's not much because I'm running out of paper. And then it sort of tapers down. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some rulers and just tidy up my curves, and we're going to cut out a pattern, and then I might put it on me and see if I'm happy. So that came together better and faster than I thought it would. So I've got my inside pocket, my outside pocket, my zip opening. There's plenty of good room in there. But I am, like I've said before, very round shouldered, and if I wear that, it's coming off. So we're going to do the whole strap thing around the boobs. I've got some hardware that I would have pulled off an old backpack or something. I love to save things. And I have some more webbing and a coordinating grey. So what I'm going to do is attach that around the back, and then that bag will also be done. So now it's time for coffee and a Danish. And apparently a puppy cuddle. But I think deep down he just wants me to share my Danish, which of course I'm probably gonna. Alright, I'll finish this off after my break, and then time for one more bag. Right, I've had my lunch, now I'm ready to knock this last bag out. And this one, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, is going to be the fastest and easiest of the lot. We're going for the Demi Moore Indecent Proposal vest style holster bag. If anyone's seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I'll find a picture. So, what I've got from my trusty box of thrifted linens is this kind of linen tablecloth that it's kind of got a little design on it. I think it's chicken scratch or something, but I can't remember. So what I'm going to do, I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to sort of fold it in half and sort of cut a wee sort of two little doofers on the top, because if you look at the picture, there's kind of like little doofers. I'm going to dig out a couple of old D-rings and make some pockets, make some straps, and I think it should work. Let's do it. So, holster bags. I think I'm in love. I love them. I get so frustrated carrying my handbags around, and because I am round-shouldered, every time I lean forward, what I'm carrying slips off, hits the floor, things tip out. People get to see the hoard I carry with me, and it's just embarrassing. And I don't really know which one is my favorite. They were all really easy to make. Like you could do it in an hour or two. If you're not recording, it's a lot faster. It does take a little bit longer when you've got to keep moving your camera and redoing things because you forget to film them. But yeah, they're great. I didn't think I would like the little one as much as I did. It's quite small and it kind of felt weird to put on for the first time, but once I had it on for a little bit, I was quite comfortable. It was second skin and I could fit a lot more in it than I actually thought I would. So I'm quite impressed, and I think this would be a great bag if you were going to a show or somewhere where there's lots of people around and you don't want to have to carry a bag but you still need it, just a few things. It's also really good because I think I could get in my car and sit down with this on and not really be too annoyed by it, so that's a win. I loved the denim one, although I will say that the frame took a lot longer than I thought it would. I know I could have just potentially thrown it in the washing machine, but by the time I thought of that, I already had the hardware on and my washing machine is fragile. I liked it, you could have a lot, but this ring on the back really annoyed me. I think what I would do is take that off and just sew a permanent crisscross in the back so that it sits in the same place every time, because that kept slipping down and it was a little bit annoying, but that's no major, can fix that. And I think the indecent proposal style bag, which is still full of my stuff, had the most real estate. I did have some frustrations making it because the tablecloth that I used apparently stretches quite a bit when you cut it, but I made it work. If it wasn't the last one I made and I was feeling more excited about it at the time, I could add a lot more pockets to it, and it is again really quite comfortable. I gave up on the idea of making straps and I just used, you know how we all buy those really cute dresses and they all come with those really pointless, boring little fabric belts? Well, I just grabbed one of those so I could change it up, match my outfits, maybe use a scarf, yeah, old handbag straps, anything. So I guess there's versatility there, which is always a win. But overall, I take this as a big win altogether. I really enjoyed making them. Quick, easy projects. I'm an instant gratification kind of girl, so you know, it really worked for me. Minimal fabric. I mean, they all came out of upcycled fabric. The tablecloth was probably the easiest, biggest, squarest bit I had, but even then it was a tiny tablecloth. So I'm happy, and I think that everybody should have holster bags now. If you liked this video, please like my video, please subscribe. Feel free to comment. I'd love to know what you think of the holster bags. Which is your favorite? Please tell me in the comments. And if you like to sometimes leave your house and take shit with you when you do, then I'm your mama now.